Hello everyone and welcome to Elmcreek. More importantly, welcome to a brand new series on FS22. That's right, we are starting out as a new farm manager. We have quite a bit of money to invest and Mossy Pine Ranch is where we've selected to start up operations. So let's park up and take a quick look at it. We've got a farmyard area here and a nice farmhouse at the top of this winding drive, if I can get to it without driving on the grass. Yes, look at this. This is going to be perfect for us starting up a farm operation in Elmcreek. Lovely job. So let's take a quick look at where we are. We are in the top left, the most northwest region of Elmcreek, and here is Mossy Pine Ranch. So we need to buy the land first and foremost, $577,000. Quite a large outlay initially, but we get quite a bit of land and we get fields 1, 2 and 3 plus some of the borderlands with trees and a meadow here. So quite a nice area that's got potential for expansion, which will be good. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. And then also, whilst we're here, we are going to buy this plot of land, which gives us 4 medium-sized fields. I do plan to actually convert this into one large field, which will be good for the farm. And that is a modest $161,000. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and buy that at the same time. So we own this whole plot. It has put a dent in the funds. We're now down to $735,000. So yeah, that is the benefit of starting as a farm manager. We have some money for investment and we get to choose where it goes, i.e. the land and the equipment, but it soon disappears as we've got to buy all the things we need and select where we're going to invest our money. So this farm has the farmhouse and some decorative buildings, but no silo or no functioning buildings. So we're going to have to build that and expand that as we go along. If we take a quick look at what are in the fields, field number 1 has soybean in, 2 has sorghum, 3 has oats, 4 has potatoes, 5 has wheat, 6 has corn, and 7 has sugar beet. Now there's only 2 fields ready to harvest, and that's fields 3 and 5. So we're going to have to do some harvesting to make use of that crop. I don't think it's in the best condition. I've seen a few weeds and I'm not sure on how much fertilizer has been put in. And then we've got the rest of the fields all at various growing stages. Now, I'm thinking that I'm only really going to keep the soybean in field 1 and the sorghum in field 2. And after we've harvested 3 and 5, I am going to turn over the rest of these fields, so the potatoes, the corn and the sugar beet, as I'm not going to have any means to really harvest those, especially the root crops. The equipment is very expensive. So yeah, I'm going to turn over those crops and make this one large field. But we will definitely make use of the oats and the wheat that are in field 3 and 5. But before we do that, we have to place some placeables. And the reason for that is my usual insurance policy. I want to be able to guarantee that the farm's going to be earning some money if we fall on hard and difficult times. So, a few things we need first of all. A silo. I want to place some greenhouses, which are going to be a revenue stream. I also want to place some bees, not plant bees. You can't plant bees. Yes, I want to place some bees, which are going to earn us some money from honey and also benefit our crops. And then I need a source of water for the greenhouses. So I'm going to get busy with placing some of those things, and I'll see you when we are done. Right, so there we go. Placed a few items. Our water source here. The silo is over where the decorative silo is, so sort of looks in place around here, which is quite nice. And the beehive is round here under the tree, with the pallet area just behind it here for easy access, so we can easily load up here. And then we have our greenhouse down over here. Now it's out of the way over here, as I wanted to make as much use of this meadow here as possible. Probably going to turn this into a grass field. But yes, here is our greenhouse. So we're going to need to supply this with water and choose a crop for us to grow, or the vegetables. So we have tomatoes, lettuce or strawberries. I think I'm going to go with lettuce, as yeah, they seemed to be the best price from what I could see. But we will set that all up later. There we go. Excellent. So now it's over to buying some equipment. Now, as I mentioned, I am going to be harvesting fields 3 and 5. So I'm certainly going to need a harvester, but we're also going to need a tractor and a implement that's going to allow us to merge these fields together. And we're going to need a trailer to ferry the crop that we harvest to the silo, and probably a few other bits as well along the way. Definitely a water tank, so we can ferry water from the water point to the greenhouse. So it's over to the farm shop where we can go buy our equipment. So let's hop in the old pickup and get over to the dealership. Right, so here we are at the dealership, and I'm going to take a look at the used items. And I spotted a tractor that I think is going to benefit us and the purse strings. So we've got half off this Case 7200 Pro Series. Now, I did demo this as part of the mods and DLCs video I did on FS22, and surprise surprise, it's come up for sale. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Will cost us 46,758, but a very capable tractor at 170 horsepower. I think that's all we're going to need for now. So yeah, I'm not going to get any added extras, as I want to spare the money if possible. We can always upgrade it later if we need to. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy this Case. Right, now as mentioned, we also need a harvester. And there is one that really fits the bill. Now there is this Rostral mash here, but I don't think I'm going to go for that based on the map and the sort of style that I want to go for. So here we are, another one that I tried in the mods and DLCs episodes, the Class Dominator 108 SL Maxi. A very popular one with myself. I do like this harvester, and yeah, I think it's going to be perfect for us setting out. So let's take a look at it. I think we're going to keep it fairly standard. Might just add the extra flags on there for a bit of visibility. But yeah, looking pretty good as is. So that's $70,750. We'll of course need the header to go with it as well. So let's take a look first of all at header trailers. I think there's a very cheap option for the class here, just $850. Let's go ahead and buy that. And then the header itself, here it is. So a very modest 5.1 meter width. Only have a small harvester for now, so that is going to have to do. There we are. So one other thing we need is a trailer, and I did spot quite a nice one that I like the look of. and it is another class which would match our harvester quite nicely. The class Carrot 140 TD, fairly cheap, and it comes with an extension, but I think we'll go with the smaller version for now because we're not going to be dealing with lots of high yields to start with. We'll keep the wheels and this wheel setup standard as well. Yes, we will change our number plate. There we go. We'll go with Mossy Pine, the name of our new ranch. So let's buy that. Excellent. So yeah, new tractor is here. Let's start it up. And I'm going to get a worker to take this back to the farm for us, so we can get the harvester back, as the harvester's a bit slower. So there we go, our new tractor and trailer. Whilst we're here, we should probably also pick up a means of merging the fields. So I had a subsoiler in mind, and it was one that was going to match the case quite nicely. The Kuhn 4 meter, and this only needs 130 horsepower, so that's going to suit us with a 170 horsepower tractor. So we should be able to fix this to the front so we can make use of not having to do multiple trips. So let's hitch up the trailer and then ask our very kind worker to take it back to the farm. Off they go. See you back at the farm. And whilst they're doing that, we shall hop in the class, get the header on the trailer and drive back to the farm as well. So I will see you there. Right, so we made it back. Bit of a slow journey, but we are here, and our worker has kindly parked up near the yard there for us. But yeah, we're going to start with this wheat field behind me here, full of weeds as you can see, but yeah, we want to get some of the crop, and it's going to go in our silo until we can see the best sell price for wheat. If we take a look at wheat, should be able to see the price fluctuations. So best sell time for it is in January, so we shall keep it until then. But for now, yeah, let's get on with some harvesting, and once we've done with the wheat field, we're going to move over to the oat field over there. So I'm going to crack on with both of these harvests, and I will drop any of our crop in the silo. Unfold the harvester, fire her up, and away we go. I will see you when we are done. Alright, there we are, just folding the harvester up. We have harvested both the wheat field and the oat field, so we can get the header dropped off. Now I was in a bit of a quandary. I didn't know whether to deposit the straw or just chop it up, as I wanted to get these fields merged into one, but I remembered that yeah, of course we'll have straw out of wheat and oats, so just left the straw there in case we want to make use of it. But if we want to just plough through it, we can do. But it would be nice to have some stocks of straw in case we need it at a later date. But let's get the class parked up. Now, as mentioned, don't have any sheds or anything to store this equipment just yet, so we will just have to keep it parked in the farmyard. Tuck it around the other side of this building, so it's a bit hidden. Yes, the farm does have random members of the public walking around. Seems to be an area of outstanding natural beauty, so it does attract the locals and the tourists. So let's get this turned and parked up nicely. There we are, very nice. And let's hop into the case so we can go deposit our oats. We've already deposited the wheat into the silo. First class. Very nice. And yep, the case is in desperate need for a service. It's not running to its maximum strength at the moment, so we'll need to get that serviced up when we next go over to the dealership. Right, let's get the oats dropped off. Some very nice trailer sounds there. Cool, so if we take a look, we can see wheat, we've got 3,973 litres, and then oats, we've got 2,942 litres. So yeah, a bit there, but we will be keeping those. I do have plans for the oats, and then also some plans for the sorghum as well, which we'll probably be harvesting next time, as I think sorghum is ready this time of year. But for now, let's just park the trailer up next to the harvester, and I think it's going to be over to the dealership yet again, A, to service the case, and B, to get a water trailer that we need to set up our greenhouse. There we go, drop that there. And you might have noticed, driving past our beehive, we already have some honey. So yeah, there's a few pallets here, well, one pallet, a few boxes of lovely honey. So yeah, once that is ready, we can take that to the sell point. In fact, I don't even know where it sells. There we go, we can sell it to the cereal factory for $2,359. Wow, so that's a pretty good earner. If any of these prove to be quite lucrative, i.e. the honey or the vegetables we're going to get out of the greenhouse, then we will of course upscale our production to earn more money from it. But let's head over to the dealership and go get a water tank to get the greenhouse set up. Right, at the dealership, and I think this is the garage where we can get the case serviced up. Is indeed. So 3,000 to service it up, but should run much smoother now. And let's pick up our water trailer. Under animals, and it is going to be this Joskin. There are a few other options, but I can't afford or warrant the cost quite yet, so we'll just get the 9,500 Joskin Aquatrans. I think I used this one on Erlengrat to give the cows their water. Off we go, back to the farm. Now, coming up on the left is where we could have started. It's where the map offers us up to start, but I decided it was best to go and try somewhere else in the map, and I know that a lot of people would be starting in this area. It's where we conducted our Let's Play of Elmcreek, so best we head somewhere else to set up our farm and conduct our agricultural operations. So yeah, hope you're happy with the choice of Mossy Pine Ranch. I do have some plans for the future. I want to try and progress and expand as quick as possible. Although today's been an expensive day, we started off with 1.5 and we're now down to 429,000, but we have a good amount of land, and we've got some productions already started, the bees, and we're going to get the greenhouses started. So yeah, I feel like we are going to be on and progressing well. And because we're on a ranch, I feel that we're going to have to get some horses. So yeah, we're going to get into some animal operations, predominantly horses, as it's a ranch. I feel like horses is the way to go. And I don't know if you can see, but set our farmer Artemus up with his trusty cowboy hat. So yeah, he's not shy of being able to ride horses. That's for sure. But yep, that is the plan going forward. Expand the lands, more productions, and we'll get some horses going. We'll do some other animals as well in the future. I'm not adverse to doing some cows, or some sheep, or even some pigs. We shall see. But all in due time. Right, here we are. So, let's get ourselves lined up to get the water. There we are, 7,300 litres. And I'm not sure how much the greenhouse is going to take. Let's nip through the gap and go supply our greenhouse. Now, I know this is a footpath, but yeah, it is our land, so we can nip through here to the greenhouse to drop our water. Okay, so it took all of that. Let's see how much it's going to take in total. Okay, so it looks like it's going to take around 10,000 litres. But let's kick it off and we'll get it topped up full with water. So as I mentioned, I think lettuce is the way to go. When I looked at the prices, tomatoes, top price was 916, and then lettuces were in the higher 1600, 1900, and then strawberries I think were the lowest at the sort of 400 marker. So yeah, we're going to go with lettuce, and we can just activate, and there we are growing lettuces. And if we take a look at the incoming materials, it only needs water, and then the outcoming product is lettuce. So a little bit different to FS19, where we'd have had to provide manure as well. There we go. So we've got full water, took 10,000 litres, and we've already produced 12 litres of lettuce, which is really good. Okay, one cool thing I've noticed is you can change the output mode on these to storing, selling, or distributing. So I'm not sure what distributing does. Maybe it spreads it amongst the various sell points, but storing obviously creates the pallets as far as I'm aware, and then selling would probably sell to the best sell price. But yeah, I imagine that might come at a small penalty for ease. So yeah, we want to store so we can then sell ourselves. Alright, let's get the water tank stashed away. And that's probably going to be it for today. Probably best lives next to the water source. But let's get the case back up next to the rest of the equipment. So that is it for today. I hope you have liked and enjoyed the first starting out episode of Elmcreek at Mossy Pine Ranch. It has been a busy start. We've had to buy the ranch, get it set up with some of the placeables we need. The water, the silo, the greenhouse and the bees. We've had to buy some equipment, our tractor, our trailer, our harvester and the header. And not forgetting our pickup, which, oh yeah, we've left at the dealership. I'm going to have to go pick that up this afternoon before it closes. And yes, we've got our subsoiler ready and primed for next time, where we are going to merge all of those fields down there into one. I'm also thinking we'll have to go pick up a baler so we can make use of the straw. I don't really want to have to waste it. And then we have some crops that are still growing, our soybean and our sorghum, which will be interesting. So yeah, we've harvested oats from that field there, and the sorghum, oats and sorghum can both be used by horses. So they can be used to feed horses, which is great. As this is a ranch, I really want to do some animals, and horses are probably the first animals I want to bring to the ranch. This field here, besides the soybean, I'm thinking I'm going to try and keep as a grass meadow as much as possible, and then we can cut this at our leisure and get grass, hay and even silage from it if we wanted. I might end up placing some more greenhouses along the back edge. I know they're in the shade now, but they are in the sun in the morning. And then this area over here is prime for some development. So when the farm is big enough, we might need some sheds and some storage. And as these fields are only small, we probably don't need to keep them. Once we've got this big field here all merged together, and then possibly expand into some other fields further afield. That will all be quite nice. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this starting out episode. A big thank you for any views, likes and subscribes. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do with this series, then please feel free to leave a comment. But all there's left to say is hope you've enjoyed watching, and hope to see you again next time. Cheers all. Catch you later. Bye.